Hello, everyone. Oh my goodness. I completely forgot about my live stream. I was too focused and consumed by getting back home after my solo travel in Camotes and also had a good souvenir of scrape in my legs from a motorbike accident. Well, I'm trying to forgive myself for being late and stop beating myself up. So I hope you guys can also forgive me. Anyway, good morning, everyone. For today's topic, we're going to be talking about long distance relationship. And I look forward to chatting to all of you about that. And hopefully, we can discuss this topic in a fun way. So if you have question about long distance relationship and how you can strengthen and keep the intimacy and connection even when you're far apart, feel free to drop it in the chat section below. Let me just fix myself. Very obvious, I'm not prepared. Let's see. Hi there. Hello. Oh, can you can you please share your name and where you're from? Hi, Bradley Miller. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you. We're on the topic of long distance relationship, and most of my subscribers are actually living abroad and wanting to come here in the Philippines or wanting to also connect with Filipinas. And one of the easy way to do that is through a dating app. And it's quite challenging to find a real and authentic connection in that matter. But let's say if you're already in a relationship as well with a Filipina, how can you keep the intimacy alive? And I'll just first set one example is constant prioritize communication, really setting up a specific time when both of you can make some space to really call, chat, and talk. So that's number one on my list. Yes, we're in Philippines time. It's actually 7:39 a.m. here in the Philippines. Cloudy weather. It's been raining here for the past month already. It's rainy season, but it's not bad. It's mostly just cloudy and chill, like around 20-22 degrees. It's a good weather to be around. Let's see. Hello, everyone. Good morning or good evening, wherever you are at. If you can put your name and where you're from, that would be amazing. So I can make a shout out to you. Hi, Nox. If you have any ideas of sexy gift I can give to my long distance girlfriend, I have already sent flowers and will be doing that again. Oh, that's very, very thoughtful. That's actually very sweet of you to give her that gift. If it's a sexy gift that you're talking about, the thing that comes to mind first is actually a lingerie. And then your girlfriend can actually wear the lingerie and you can rate it from a distance. And I think that's a good way to get the connection, spice it up, and have some fun while far away from each other. That's a good thing. Or Eli just bought me a toy that you can actually, you know, that you can the remote is there's an app for it, so even if you're far away, I'm not sure if you need to be close to the person or you can actually be far away. You can do that if even if you're outside the country and she's in the Philippines. I need to ask Eli or read the details of that. It's a vibrator obviously, so that could be a very good, sexy gift, so you're still in the experience together. Any other questions that you would like to have? I haven't. Uh, I'm just so excited about this new toy. I haven't used it yet, so I look forward to how it actually work. Uh, I went to Camotes last weekend. It's an island in Cebu. It's a separate small island that you can take a boat from Mactan, Cebu to this island for maybe an hour and 30 minutes, and it's very beautiful island. Um, I will be publishing some clips from that travel. I did some short backpacking trip there, and it was a lot of fun. Except the part where I crushed myself. I had a motorcycle accident and it really scraped my knee and my leg. And oh shit, it's very painful, but it could be worse. So I'm glad that I'm nothing worse happened. Definitely, I'm gonna be publishing a lot of those travel and showing you the beaches, bikini, bikini try, and I need to buy more. I think I'm repeating. I'm wearing the same thing over and over. uh, Mostly for long distance couple, I always suggest having some prioritizing conversation, chatting, and also prioritizing like when will be our sexy time together. Because sometimes, especially if it's a Filipina, most of the time the living situation is quite different. We are used to like an extended family where we're sharing bedrooms with our siblings, we're sharing, there's really no privacy. And I have this friend in Cebu, and I was very amazed that she is like, oh, my boyfriend is long distance. If I want to have some sexy time with him, I would actually book a hotel, and then we can call each other. So I thought like, oh, that's very, that's very nice. That's very creative way of thinking. And I visited my siblings for my brother's wedding, I think 3 weeks ago. And most of my siblings are very conservative, they're very Christian, and they, the topic of self pleasure is such a taboo for them. But when I was able to have a sit down with them and talk about this topic, I can see how awkward it is for them to talk about it, but at the same time, they're very curious as well. And one of my sister even thought of like, oh, you know what? If I actually want to pleasure myself and I don't have the space and privacy at home, good thing there are those short time hotels that I can go to. And I was like, yes, go girl, go sis. Like, prioritize yourself and your need as well. Because my sister is single right now, and because of her religious, because of religious belief, it kind of she's not Catholic. It's a different religion. In that religion, they can only date someone who's also in the same religion. So it's a bit challenging for her to meet new people. And are going back to the topic of long distance and connection. If any of you have any question around the topic, feel free to drop it in the comment section below. And for those of you who are interested in coming here in the Philippines, Camotes Island is, I would highly suggest to put it in your bucket list of a place to visit here in the Philippines. It's not very well known. It can be considered as an off the grid destination for a lot of tourists because, not much tourists, it's not being publicized that much. And what I love about that place is if I go there, there are actually a lot of Filipino tourists. So if you want to come in the Philippines, be in a beautiful place and connect with Filipinos, that's a good place to be. Bradley, I am not sure what you're talking about. I'm excited and looking forward to sharing that travel experience that I had in Camotes, and definitely would love to do more of that video and take you all with me in my travel experience. I mostly go to, yeah, I love off the grid places. I love places that are not very common, that are not touristy, some hidden gems here in the Philippines that I would love for for you all to also look into. Yeah, there's actually one. I need to somewhere in Santiago. There's one very beautiful hotel. I forgot the name of it. Because I'm alone, I just stayed at a backpacking hostel in a dorm. Good thing there was really no one. I only had one dorm mate, but then he actually left the next day, so I had all the 8 bedrooms, yeah, eight beds dorm for myself. So that was good. Let's see, what was the name of that resort? Because it's actually, oh, it's Santiago Bay Garden and Resort. It's very beautiful and just right across, right? Oh, it's actually, wow, it's not that bad. It's not expensive at all. The starting price is 1,100 pesos. How much is that in dollars? Uh, let's see. 19. And then what's the most expensive? Ah, so between between $19 and $45, you will now be able to get an amazing, beautiful place overlooking in the ocean in Camotes and the beach, the Santiago Bay. It's very nice white sand beach and it's so beautiful. It's a perfect. In my first day, it was exciting, but as soon as I was like traveling around and when I came back to my hostel, I felt a bit lonely because the place is so beautiful. It's quite romantic, and I wish I was with my partner to be able to share that experience. So, I highly suggest if bring your partner there and have some romantic getaway together because it's a very nice place. They're very known for their cave pools. They have a lot of cave pools to enjoy there. Beautiful beaches and they also have this lake, big lake that I didn't do kayaking. I did the kayaking when I went there first time, but I did the what do you call that, zip line experience. It was pretty cool. Mm. Thank you again, everyone, for being here. Appreciate all of you. I think I've mentioned this in my previous vlog or in my previous videos. I created a topic around sexting, and I think it's another good way to spice up the relationship between couple, especially if you are far away from each other. And it comes handy. Like me and Eli, we love being together, but we also see the importance of having some alone time for ourselves and giving ourselves some space. And that's what we did. I went to Camotes and he went driving around as well in Cebu and Dumaguete. And it's just nice that we can still keep the connection and intimacy by actually sexy chatting, sexy texting each other. So that's one way that both of you can actually keep the intimacy going. Don't forget to send a nice, sexy messages to your partners. Mhm. Mm. If you have any questions or thoughts, feel free to drop it in the comment section. I'm also very excited. Next week, I will be having some collaboration with Leia, uh, expat guide Leia Reiki, and Shay and Maya as well. I look forward for the collaboration with these beautiful ladies. I'm not sure what will be the topic yet, so it's something that all of you can look forward to. It's something that it's one of my goal is to actually create like a vloggers group here since there is a lot of YouTuber here in Dumaguete. I want to be able to have a consistent, meet up and connection with all this beautiful and hardworking Filipino woman. That way we can all talk about what will be a very useful and informative and also fun and entertaining videos that we could create for all of you. And just thinking about that makes me feel excited. What are other values that we can actually give and add into your life? Bradley, how can I? Mm, okay, all right. Yeah, let's be nice here. I don't really tolerate bullying. Let's just have a nice, good vibe. It's a good weather, it's a good day. It must be late or nighttime now in your end. So let's just hang out here and have fun and talk about how can we keep the love flowing and going even if you're far away. Hi Craig. Thank you for being here. Where are you at right now? Are you back in the Philippines? Oh, well, we're halfway to the end of the year, so exciting for you to come back here. Hello, Lorenza. How do I excite my guy? I try to do different things. Because again, if you want it to be exciting, it needs to be also something new. And sometimes, even though, because mostly we're together 24/7, though I have my own space to work and he's also working in the other bedroom. What I do is sending him a sexy picture, sexy chat, sexy text, so that he gets excited that okay, after work, there's something to look forward to. Or I really enjoy touching as well. So when we're sitting next to each other, my way of being, keeping the intimacy is really touching my partner. Touching a specific part of my partner. I guess you guys know about that. And I think most Filipina has that habit. Mm, we enjoy caressing. I also love giving. I also love giving massage. I enjoy giving massage, sensual massage to my partner. And I think that no, I noticed that when we are doing that, it creates this excitement and builds the tension. And when we are far apart, like when I was traveling and we're not together, I sent him beautiful pictures of the beach and me in the picture too with a nice bikini and stuff. So to keep him excited and looking forward to seeing me again. So that's how we usually do it. And also very flirty. I'm very flirty in chats with my partner. I'm not shy in sending flirty chats, expressing to him in a detailed way what do I want, how much do I miss him, and what do I look forward to when we see together. And he enjoys that so much. And I'm glad that he doesn't hold back in flirting back to me. So I guess that's important. Like, even though you're already in a relationship for a long time, sometimes you forget about flirting. And I think, that kind of dies the fire in the relationship. So if you want to keep the fire burning, keep it fun and, flirt with each other, court each other, surprise each other. I think that would be a good thing. Thank you, Lorenza, for being here. It was nice catching up with you yesterday. And for all of you, I just want to share as well the work that I'm also um, offering right now. I run a program called Attract the Desired Partner That You Want. This is a 5 weeks program for all single individuals out there who are interested in finding a meaningful and having a meaningful relationship. So I help with individual in setting up, really getting to know themselves, being clear in what they want, and also guiding them into how they can attract the person that are aligned with what they're looking for. And also for lovers or people, couple in a relationship who's struggling in when it comes to intimacy and connection. I run a 6 weeks program, 6 weeks to lasting intimacy and connection. So feel free to email me in gladysonlove@gmail.com if you want to learn more about that. Yeah, Lorenza, like, I noticed that I'm even more, the more that we're in this relationship, I've becoming more and more comfortable in flirting with my with my partner because we just have so much trust together. I think when you build that trust, there's no more guilt and shame associated with it. Because I notice a lot of long-term couple, they feel gross out in flirting with their partner, which is crazy for me because I'm expecting that you the longer you are in a relationship, you know there needs to be a much deeper trust, in fact. And I really love the interview that I had with Leia. I love her answer when she said, like, the trust needs to go up whenever you're in a relationship and you're together for a long time. The longer that you're in the relationship, the deeper the trust should be. It shouldn't go down. But a lot of couples are heading in the downward direction. So the learning that I got from that is, not to be complacent and not stopping to flirt each other, not stopping to love one another. We can't really say that we love our partner forever. Love is a fleeting feeling, it's a fleeting emotion. Like, you can feel love right now, but then after minutes or a few hours, it will go down. You can't really say, like, oh, I love my partner all day, every day. That's not very realistic. But the realistic thing is we can generate that love. If we look at our partner and we want to feel love towards them, we need to think of the beautiful things that we do together. So that means let's create a lot of beautiful memories that could help us ignite and refuel that love again. Hello, Master Isaac. Thank you for being here. I'm doing great, except the pain in my leg. I scraped my leg from a motorbike accident, but still grateful. It could be worse. Maximo Buster, I will be having my first LDR experience in a few months. I'm 23 years old, and so is my partner. What advice that you can give for us to maintain the relationship that we have and not lose interest? Oh, I'm so excited for you, young lovers over here. That's great. So, first thing is keep the curiosity going. If this is still new, this is a place where there's so much to discover between the two of you. Like, not just asking, how are you or how was your day? Those are like mundane question. Like, try to look for a list of questions like, oh, what is your happiest childhood memory? Like, where do you want to, what are some of your fantasies, sexual fantasy? What are the things that you imagine us doing together if we ever, if we met each other? And really making sure that you set up a time and prioritize having a scheduled time to chat and to call each other. Because before, I actually experienced having an LDR as well. And because I'm working night shift, and I think he was an Italian, and we made sure that, okay, my 12 p.m. is his 6 a.m. and he has to work at 7. So he prioritized waking up early, and I prioritize making sure that I'm available at that time so we could call each other. So it really needs, work in both sides, commitment in both sides to stay consistent when it comes to communicating. So I think that's the first thing that you should build, the consistency in communication, because communication is everything. May it be LDR, or if you're in a relationship and you're with each other. So communication is the key. Thank you, Mr. Isaac. I hope so too. I'm doing my best to take care of this scrape, and hopefully it will heal pretty soon. Hi, John. So true. I could walk through a mall or down the street and fall in love dozens of times, go from lust to love in seconds. Yeah, when I was in Camotes, I my intention was to be clear with what are my values, and I realized my top 3 values are love, intimacy, and contribution. So I noticed that all the interactions, everything that I'm doing in my life right now, it's all because I love what I do. I love meeting people because I love giving love. I really love intimacy. And again, for a lot of people, when they think of intimacy, the idea that comes to mind is sex. But intimacy just being deeply connected with someone. And I really appreciate when I was traveling, I was able to connect with two travelers there, and we had such an intimate conversation about what traveling is, about meeting people, and how amazing it is that, as you talk to a complete stranger, you generate this feeling of love and appreciation for their experiences, the experience of being so open and genuinely connected with someone that you just met because you have a shared interest in traveling, or you have the same interest in looking at life. It's amazing. And then you part ways, and the love slows down, and then it just becomes a memory. But experiencing love is such a good feeling. But I can understand the last part. We have that primal instinct of just devouring other people that we are attracted to. But it's much better if we transition it into love without any expectation. Thank you, John, for sharing that. John, are you in the Philippines? Totally agree. Especially in relationship and right now, trust with other people and trust within yourself. And for me, I always try to be clear with what are my intention in doing the things that I do. Because if I lose clarity with my intention, I start doubting myself, doubting the things that I'm doing. And so, so does with other people. And I love extending trust first, giving my trust first to other person, and then just slowly, it's either the trust expands based on how they react, or the trust goes down based on how they interact with me or their behaviors are. Ooh, where are you right now, John? Played video games. Ooh, that's actually good. This is another good thing when you're in a long distance relationship or when you're not together with your partner, you could actually introduce and play video games together. I'm not really a big fan of video games. I would love to. I was thinking about things that me and my partner can do together, something new. And I thought of, oh, we could play video games. You could teach me some video games. Right now, he's playing Boulder's Gate, Borderlands. I'm not sure what it was. We are usually, if we want to hang out with our friends in Cebu, and right now we're here in Valencia, Negros, we actually play Jackbox game. It's very fun. I love Jackbox game. Steve McArdle, play video games when there isn't a brownout. Of course. So far, first time that I moved here, brownout is very consistent. But these days, it's been very good. So, yeah, I love playing, online games with my friends in Cebu and some of our colleagues who lives in Manila and some part of Mindanao. We like we enjoy Jackbox games. So even though we're far apart, we're not physically together, we can still have fun and enjoy by playing some video games. Thank you, Isaac, for actually sparking that conversation. Do you think it's normal for couples to not feel love all the time? Like sometimes you love them and sometimes not, and you just want to have alone time again? Totally. So normal. As what I've said, love is a fleeting feeling. You can't expect yourself to love all the time. And don't feel guilty if you look at your partner and you don't feel the love. Sometimes you even feel different emotion. You feel sadness looking at them. You feel anger looking at them. You feel annoyed looking at them. It's just part of the whole experience. So, what matters most is, are you committed in continuing this relationship? And if so, and if you, and it's a choice, whatever you feel is a choice, you can choose to generate more love. And I really try to practice that a lot when me and my partner are having conflict, if we are misunderstanding each other. And when I start to feel the anger and resentment towards him, I try to pause, step back, and actually ask myself, do you want this relationship? Do you want this relationship to work? If so, feeling angry and annoyed with him doesn't make it work. So I default into being understanding and loving. And when I transition in that place, I can be empathetic. And then we can have more subtle conversation without having to poke each other and annoy each other. And then we can be connected again and feel the love. So that's my default. Thank you, Maximo, for asking that. I created a Netflix account. We have movie time when I'm away from her. Oh, that's so nice. It's beautiful. This is a good idea. You could also watch. And yes, we've tried that. Me and Eli, when we're far away, we're watching a series together. So we just make sure that we're still on the same page and no one is, you know, going further in the movie. That's very good. I love that. Mapul, bonjour. I wish I could kiss Ivana. She's so beautiful. Eli does like to play video games, and his son is in the US right now. He's in Charleston, North Carolina. And one way of interacting and staying connected with his son is they play video game. They call and they play video game as well. Baldur's Gate, I think, is what they're playing. Baldur's Gate or Borderlands. I'm not sure. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining me here. Really appreciate it. I am planning to do more of this live streaming at least bi weekly. I wish I could do this every day or at least in a weekly basis. But maybe when I have more time and I have everything all taken care of, have more people that can help us, then that would be the case. But for now, I'll do my best to do a bi weekly live stream so I can keep in touch with you and connect with you directly. Does he play on consoles or in PC? I am not sure. I think PC. Yes, both of them has a gaming laptop and a monitor at the same time. So that's how they play video game. These are actually a good idea. Playing video games together, watching a Netflix movie together, even if you're far away, I think is such a great thing. Ooh, take care, John, in your travel. Thank you. Hi, Sam. Thank you for being here. Where are you from, Sam? I wish Mapul. I'm not very. I actually tried studying um, French before using Duolingo. It's quite interesting. Yeah. Hmm. I'm not sure if Isaac asks, you do have a gaming laptop. Does he like Dragon Ball? I'm not sure. I haven't seen them playing Dragon Ball. Maximo Buster, I'm very curious. Do you handle this by yourself? Like you can do traveling and still upload video consistently, plus the editing? No, I can't do that by myself. And I'm very grateful that I have an amazing assistant. Shout out, for helping me when it comes to editing my videos. So I try to, take videos and I send it to him. He's doing everything. He's doing the editing, he's doing the publishing, and he's doing the um, copywriting as well. Because mostly it's just recently this year that I made a commitment in really taking YouTube seriously. Before, it's mostly just, a fun hobby of mine. I'm Most of the time I'm focusing on the business that Eli and I are building together called Emerge PH. We're working with, we're in the training and development space, helping teams and individual unleash their limitless potential. So we're helping, mostly we're working with small to medium sized company, and that's where majority of my focus is at. And but this year I made a decision and an intention to also set some time for Gladys on Love as well, so I can create more value for the people, for all my subscribers, for all of you who's been very supportive of me. So thank you so much, everyone. Hi, Stephen. Nice to have you here. I started pretty late, so I'm extending. And thank you as well, everyone, for sharing some tips that you have when it comes to keeping the intimacy and connection even when you're far away. Thank you, Stephen. Yeah, I'm excited for all of you to see. I'll be giving some sneak peek of my Kamotes travel in my YouTube publicly, and I will be sharing a lot of personal videos and contents as well to my YouTube members and my Patreon members as a way of saying thank you for your support. Really, really love it. Thank you so much. Steve McArdle, please share share us your tips as well. Would be nice to hear them. Because for me, again, as if I list it down, prioritizing time to talk, especially if you're away and you have different time zone, like agree to a specific time of when can you expect each other to be available to chat or to call, and surprise each other by maybe sending exciting, sexy, interesting, flirty chats or pictures when your picture doesn't expect it that much. So there's that sense of excitement and surprise. I love the idea of watching movie together because we've done that and it's actually pretty cool. Playing video games together when you're far apart is also fun. It keeps you engaged and interactive. And if you want to give gift to your beautiful partners, I love the idea of sending them flowers. There's a way, if you want to send partner flowers with your partner here in the Philippines, I have a friend who has a flower delivery, so feel free to reach out to me and I can connect you to her. It's very affordable. Nox is someone that I've introduced to my friend in Cebu who can deliver flowers, just within Cebu though. And also, buying. Eli just bought me a just bought me a what do you call that? Not a remote control vibrator, but a vibrator that you can control via app. So I'm not sure if you can actually do that even if you're in the US. For sure you can. And your partner is in the Philippines, then you can still play with each other. It's like you still engage in that, you know, sensual, sexual moment with her. It's actually pretty interesting. Mr. Isaac, have you ever listened to Rascal Flat Things That Matter? I haven't listened. What is that about? Hmm. Oh, Steve McArdle, your girlfriend is very. Is that your girlfriend who's calling you at 3 a.m. and it's 7 a.m. in your time? That's, wow, very committed of her. Lorenza, yes, he can control it. He has the app in his phone and he can control it through the app. We haven't tried it because he bought it when he was traveling in Cebu. I just saw it yesterday. Hi, Bradley Gamble. Thank you for being here. Yeah, I'm doing well. My scrape is still fresh, but I'm taking care of it. It will be fine. Oh, Steve McArdle getting married in January here in Dumaguete. Wow, congratulations. That's so nice. Bradley Gamble. I'm not sure what's the. Let me ask. My part. What was the. Because not that, not Love Sense or Lush Eye. It's a different brand. Stephen Thomas, I have an investor who has approached me with the same products from China. I'm interested in the abilities of AI and even other options now available. Yeah, I know, right? It's very good that there are companies who's now doing these things. And oh, it's the one that Eli got is Monster Pop. It's or Master Gokila. It's actually very cute. It's a small one. It's very cute. I like it. Fortunately I'm in my period right now, so I'll try it pretty soon. Something to look forward to. I've heard about that love sense. I think it's you can also choose a song to play, so it's the frequency and the vibration of the song will be the same intensity that your partner will actually experience. I'm not quite sure, but I've heard of it that that's the case. Yeah, Monster Pop. It's actually very nice. It's a good thing to gift to your partner, actually. It's a good way to surprise them with a gift like that and to have that as a way to connect with each other, because even though you're far away you can still be connected with them. You can use the app to make to give your partner a pleasure and sensation. So nice. There's a lot of options now to be able to connect with your partner even from far away. It's really good. She also invite from anywhere, so just are in the side of you are okay with. Hello. I didn't know you are also. Eli Harrell, yes, but she can also invite anyone to control it from anywhere. So just be aware and decide if you're okay with that or not. Can I? Can I actually access the app and allow other people to do it? Or it's just you, Eli, who can allow that? It's, it's quite crazy. Lorenza, are most Filipinas open to try different things like you? There are. I'm sure there are quite a number of Filipinas that are actually open, and though majority, they would say majority of people, majority of Filipinos here, they might default to being shy or acting conservative because they're, it's not openly accepted here, and they're not sure if they really express how open they are, accepted or receive openly as well, or if they will be judged and shamed. Because most of the time, when you express how open you are with people here, automatically they will guilt and shame you. But I am seeing a trend these days that, yeah, at least in my experience, I've been connecting with a more open minded people here in the Philippines. And I guess because that's where I'm focusing at. And I am just, yeah, trying to be as authentic as I can be. And, most of those people are just coming into my life as well. Hi, Frank. I'm in an LDR with a Filipina and we plan to meet soon. Can you speak some on trust and conflict resolution, please? Definitely. I love that topic about trust and conflict resolution. And I think first thing is, as I've said earlier, I like to extend trust first, so I don't feel worry all the time. I want to trust my partner as much as I can, and observe as well. Observe how my partner behaves, and if their behavior doesn't really match the expectation that we have, then that trust diminish. But in order for you to really build the trust is first communicate agreements. What are your agreements? Being in a long distance relationship, do you have an agreement of having a consistent communication to show how committed you are? And if so, what time are you talking? How long do you expect for each other to talk? So be clear on your agreements, be clear on your commitments, be clear on your expectation, and it needs to be mutual. And then you'll be able to develop trust in each other. And sometimes, especially in the, you know, most people here, we don't really have much. We struggle when it comes to being consistent and being on time. That's something I really work a lot and hard on. So if in case your partner, just give your partner, give each other a chance as well to mess up here and there, and when it happen, be able to have a communication without needing to blame or to judge each other, but just in a place of trying to understand of, okay, like, why are we not being consistent in communicating at this time? Do we actually have to change the time? Do we actually have to change and renegotiate the agreement so it will work out? So that really helps when it comes to building trust and resolving conflict. And Frank, if you want to go deeper on that, I I actually I created this program, 6 weeks to lasting intimacy and connection, where on the fifth week I talk a lot about how can we reconnect when you know, we hate each other. And I think that's the most challenging part in the relationship. At least for me, that's the most challenging part in my relationship is when I feel negative emotions towards Eli, and yet deep inside, I want to connect. So, how can I bridge that? And for me, being able to have an open communication and seeing each other as a team and trying to solve the challenge in front of us really help us. And there are some framework that I've learned and that we follow as well, that we incorporate in our relationship. And I'm very grateful for my mentors and teacher, Tony Robin, Esther Perel, Ida Lucy, Jaya, amazing people, Brene Brown. They have different frameworks when it comes to conversation, the clearing method, nonviolent communication, and also expressing desire, fear, and love to each other are definitely very helpful. And I love to introduce those topics or those frameworks. And this gives me an idea. I'll definitely create some video talking about those different framework that all of you can also use with your partner when you want to resolve, when you want to be able to connect together when conflict arise. Mhm. Maximo Buster, Filipinas are just very conservative because their surroundings raise them that way. Most of them are pretty much. That's true. Sometimes, the environment hold us back from really expressing ourselves. So it takes a lot of courage for most Filipinas here to really open up. I know it took me a lot of courage to be my authentic self. And wow, good job, and really proud for those other Filipinas who are able to come out. Mapul, tell me your opinion. Every love history built around sex fail one day by break up, divorce. That's true. That's an interesting question. I love to answer this before I wrap up this live stream. A lot of people, that's a very common problem. Like, oh, we're not having enough sex, we're not connecting, we're not intimate. So that's very obvious one. That's the one that's in the surface. But I believe that there's really a much more underlying reasons behind that. The not having enough sex or fail in having sex is just like a the effect. There's a a cause beneath it. So because I've been, even for me, like, you know when you are stressed out, when you're feeling angry, when you have a lot of withhold emotion within you that you're not expressing to your partner, you don't want to feel, you don't want to be connected. And if you, even though you're having sex, you don't even feel fully engaged because you have a lot of barriers. So again, for me, I feel like just the lack, it's mostly, I feel like it's the lack of open communication between partner that really creates a lot of this effect. Not having sex, not being intimate anymore, having fights. Sometimes it's not even the issue itself, it's what we think about it. If it's the story that we're creating within ourselves, that you know we are assuming that what we believe is true, but we're not even asking our partner like what's really going on. We're not having that scary conversation. And it's hard, again, it's very hard to go through those conversation. And again, for me and Eli, I'm just glad that there are frameworks available out there that we're able to use to really stay connected and you know resolve whatever issues that comes our way. Stephen, connecting with LDR is best to be just friends first and build consistent communication and understanding before you meet, then commit till you meet in person, spend time to get to know each other. Totally, totally agree with that. When you haven't met each other yet, I think it's best to really get to know one another deeply. Be curious with each other, ask question, and because again, if you only talk to, well, it's a matter of preference as well. Just for me, it's like, because I've been there, I've been into having a conversation for 6 months with a guy from Australia. And then when he came here, I met him at the airport. We spent time together. And then the next day, he's gone. He just ghosted me. That hurts. And I was like, oh my God, I spent 6 months communicating with this guy, thinking that everything is good between us, even already thinking about exploring and having a family and all of that. Such a good talker. But eventually, when we meet, I think we're not enough chemistry and it didn't work out. So just have those, other possibilities in mind that will also come up, because it's so different when you're just talking and chatting to actually being together in person. All right. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining me here. I'm so happy that I was able to jump in and have some time with all of you. Thank you for all of your support, and see you again in my next live stream. And also looking forward to share the videos that I took in my travel in Camotes. And I'll definitely give away a lot of exclusive videos as well for my channel members and my Patreon members. But don't worry, for those of you who just want to visit my channel and support my channel, I'll definitely share more and more, you know, informative, educational, and fun videos for all of you. Thank you so much and have a great day. Hi, Blue Exodus. Hopefully, you can join us next time. Let me actually share when is my next. Oh, it's going to be in August 7. August 7, I'll do another live stream and hope to see all of you. Take care, everyone. Have an orgasmic day. Take care.